Welcome back to the JB podcast, everyone. Today we're diving into something that can completely transform your life, how to unlock that intense focus and motivation you know you're capable of. Have you ever noticed how some days you're completely locked in, while others you can barely focus for 5 minutes? That's not random, and understanding these cycles is the key to everything we're talking about today. Let's break down what really happens when you're in that zone of peak focus. It starts with perplexity, that feeling when something catches your attention and won't let go. Think about the last time you were truly curious about something, how time seemed to disappear. That's not coincidence, it's your brain's natural state of learning. But here's where most people get it wrong. They try to force themselves into focus mode. They sit at their desk, staring at their work, wondering why they can't concentrate. Sound familiar? That's because true focus can't be forced. It needs to be cultivated. The cycle goes like this. Perplexity leads to curiosity. Curiosity ignites intensity, and intensity, when properly channeled, creates consistency. But none of this happens in a cluttered environment, whether that's your physical space or your mental space. Take a moment to think about your current environment. How many tabs do you have open right now? How many notifications are competing for your attention? Each one of these is like a tiny leak in your focus tank. This isn't about becoming a productivity robot. It's about understanding the natural rhythms of your mind and working with them, not against them. When you're truly curious about something, focus isn't forced, it's automatic. Let's talk about what this looks like in practice. Start with 1 hour. Just 1 hour where you remove every possible distraction. Phone on airplane mode. One task in front of you. No music with lyrics, no social media within reach, no excuses. But here's the crucial part. Don't dive straight into work. Spend the first few minutes getting curious. Ask yourself, what interests me about this task? What am I trying to discover? What could I learn here that might surprise me? The intensity will come naturally once curiosity takes hold. But remember, intensity without breaks is like running a marathon at sprint speed. You'll burn out before you reach the finish line. This is where the art of balance comes in. Think of your focus like a muscle. You wouldn't expect to lift weights for 8 hours straight, so why expect your mind to maintain intense focus for that long? Here's your practical framework. 1. Create periods of 0 distractions. 2. Spark curiosity before diving in. 3. Ride the waves of intensity when they come. 4. Take genuine breaks before burnout hits. 5. Build consistency through small wins. Remember, consistency doesn't mean working at maximum intensity all the time. It means showing up regularly, understanding your cycles, and knowing when to push and when to rest. The goal isn't to be focused every minute of every day. It's to recognize when you're in a state of natural curiosity and capitalize on those moments. To build an environment that supports deep work rather than fighting against constant distractions. Think about what you could achieve if you mastered these cycles. If instead of forcing yourself to work when you're burnt out, you learn to ride these waves of natural motivation. If instead of beating yourself up for lack of focus, you understood how to create the conditions for deep work. The most powerful focus comes from alignment, when what you're doing matches your natural curiosity, when you're not just working because you should, but because something inside you needs to know more, to dig deeper, to understand. That's what we're really talking about here. Not just getting more done, but doing work that matters in a way that's sustainable and fulfilling. Work that doesn't drain you, but energizes you because it's aligned with your natural cycles of curiosity and focus. As we wrap up today's episode, here's your challenge. Pick 1 hour tomorrow. Just 1 hour where you'll create the perfect conditions for focus. Remove every distraction. Get curious about what you're working on. See what happens when you align with these natural cycles instead of fighting against them. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress, it's understanding, it's working with your mind instead of against it. Thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.